Goddamn rise and shine. This is Ken Price, and I got something, I guess, nice today. Can y'all hear me? All right, so I was sitting there talking to myself earlier, and I was like, man, like the the self depression is a real thing. I was sitting, I was just like, just how. Let me see what I was talking about, like, what do you do for a solution to the problem of like the depression that you put upon yourself? Like, I was thinking about the this one thing that, like, this, like for example, like, you could be talking to somebody and there's different ways of punishment and trickery or manipulation to get you to do things that, like, you know, like in a bit of like in a bit of a manipulation to a point, right? So it's like, instead of just doing what you do best, you do only the bare minimum of what should get you by. Like, if a person is allowed to, they won't do, right? And you know that of course that sucks. Why would you want to be with somebody who's gonna give you the bare minimum? Why would you only gonna give you breadcrumbs uh to your life all the time because of their shortcomings and failures, right? I always wonder, is like, what do you do when you don't have a sense of motivation to go forth for something? What do you do when you can't figure it out? And people always end up turning to themselves. It's like, well, why would you turn to yourself? You're the last person that would you would want to turn to, because you ain't gonna tell yourself to get up to do something in the morning. How many people wake up in the morning that that would get up and motivate themselves to, hey, I'm gonna go out and do this today, I'm gonna go out and do this today, and then hold themselves to the same thing that they said they was gonna get up to do? It's rare. It's very rare. Like, I'm gonna get up and go do me some sit-ups or some push-ups. I and something I studied that I did, was I asked a few people. I say, do me a favor. It's very, very simple. Get up once every morning, do 5 push-ups and 5 sit-ups, or you can do 5 squats or 5 push-ups, and vice versa, right? Don't you know, half the people I done told that wasn't, and I tell them every day, you do 5 push-ups and 5 sit-ups. No, I forgot. No, I forget. So what makes you think that you are the person to solution to your problem, right? So where do you go? Where do you go get somebody to help coach you through the stuff? Next thing you do is you turn to your friends. You turn to your friends, the ones that normally is biased to you and going to say everything that's not going to hurt you in the first place. They're not going to be blunt with you. That's why I got a set of friends for me that's going to tell me the fucking goddamn truth, whether it hurts or not. It's going to hurt. Yeah, I'm going to be like, damn, it sucks. My stomach going to drop, but it's the hard-earned truth. Hell, 9 times out of 10, you would know that's your problem, but you don't want to do the other thing because you're of a fear. Fear it won't work because you tried everything else and you're tired. How come you come down to the last problem, to the whole solution, right? And you just won't do it? I swear, and it's like, well, it's not that simple as you think it is. It's like, but what is holding you up for doing that in the first place is the question. What stops you from making that one last leap of faith into probably success forever? And even then, if you don't, you always got that option to walk. You already threatening to leave anyway. So you use that last thing to say, hey, this is the last hurrah for me to go. And normally, half the time, a lot of the stuff that you do, hell, you still in where you fit in anyway. It's normally you the one walked away from it, you know. But it really bothers me a lot of the times. It's like people discredit a lot of different avenues, like go to therapy, go to get a mentor, somebody who can keep you on your square every day, somebody who can tell you get up and put your shit on. Because we were raised by parents, if you think about it. And what did the parents do? They got the belt. They got the belt ready. You got to get on time, on discipline, you know. And then we want to use it on one another. when we do grow up, you know, and get together. We want to use it on one another to get something out of someone else. That punishment type thing becomes more of a manipulation thing versus you actually did something bad and you don't deserve to get what you get. Or when I set boundaries, you only get this when you are this, and this, you know, versus you you're doing it because I want something out of you. Like as far as like something that you're not giving me because you're probably not capable of giving me it. So now I'm getting nothing out of it because I suck at doing what I'm doing, and you're punishing me because of that. You know. Needless to say, the prime thing is people rather be alone. I want to talk about that. I want to touch on that too a little bit about being alone. Like we tend to go and be alone, and we don't work on oneself. We still focus on everyone else or what people feel and believe unconsciously. We will, like, we'll go on social media and we'll post our feelings, but we won't post the honest to God truth. We'll post a pun or like some kind of creative nonchalant way. I can't really come up with a term right now, but it's saying it indirectly. Like the way that my bank account is set up, I ain't got no money, but I got enough money to pay my bills, you know. But you know, ultimately you're saying that you got some money, but you ain't got no money, you know. There's been a lot of that going on, and it's like, why would you, why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we not work on oneself to figure out what one want, and then project it on someone else and saying you don't know what you want? Well, hell, I do. I just know you can't. You just can't do it for me, or you won't do it for me. You know, like there is a for example, there is a I like I said, I got a lot of electronics, and I barely have any, you know, good clothes, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I give an agenda to my significant other to do this, and this. Go after this. Specifically, I want that. Specifically, I want that. Don't you know, even though I still gave him the grocery list of the stuff and the money, I'm not good at doing stuff like that. But I gave you exactly directly what to do, what I like, and what, you know, what I asked for, and you still can't do it? Like, yo. And that's what I'm saying, the decreditization of themselves, you know, like. But yeah, I think a lot of life needs to be fulfilled with a lot of positivity. There was a song, Be Optimistic, I used to listen to all the time. I never understood what it was, but there's a lot of music I resonated to, but I never understood. But for some reason in my heart, I always felt like I like this song. And now that I go back and listen to it now, I started to realize that a lot of this stuff was actually positive speaking in my life. It just kept consistently saying good things subliminally. I didn't listen to the lyrics. It was music. The music felt right. Everything felt lined up and right together. But to go back to hear that, it's like, dang, that's amazing. Like I said, I know I'm all over the place, but this is what this channel is for, is to kind of like do that, you know. But the bottom line is like for one self-depression, like I said, where do you really go? You have to really go to a mentor. You have to really go to some kind of therapy or counseling and put your pride aside. But then that's already a step in itself, because you got to tell yourself, like, I'm going to go do it. You're going to come up with 1,000 excuses to tell yourself, I can't do it. So why the hell would you go to yourself to self-therapy yourself when you're not even telling yourself to get up to do something good, you know? Like, you're not even, you ain't even saying good things about you. You're not even saying good things about others. Hell, you ain't even saying good things about your past. I look at my past and I don't see them as bad people. I see them as people that didn't really understand what the heck was really going on, or what they really truly have. Like, I'm the same guy, and I think that's something I need to work on too, where I don't understand my full power, and I end up getting people who don't understand their full power, and I live off the have you ever went to sleep and you're just in a REM sleep. You're not really asleep, but you're asleep. That it's like a lukewarm, hot, cold type thing. You know, you're fully giving, but you're not really giving what you're supposed to give, or you slowly stop giving. You burn out real quick, or you just totally just out the way. And again, like going to your friends and stuff, your friends ain't gonna tell you the real honest God truth. They're gonna tell you conniving ways to sneak around it to get something out of the person to make the person work better. Where it should be just hardcore motivation, hardcore everyday system that's supposed to be set. But even when you try to set a system, a person has to abide by the system. And if the person ain't trying to abide by the system, what you still happening to you anyway, you end up losing. So nobody has no kind of structure. I think you know what. And every time I speak, I get a little better. Like no one has no structure and balance and no system placed. You know, and that's what destroys your own boundaries by itself. A lot of people are speaking the boundaries that they talk about, and you know, like for me, I've been hearing so many negative things, like certain features. Like I've heard a lot of women talk bad about other women, and now I start to see that like a lot of women ain't really that beautiful. And it's like, yeah, but you're right, because now I'm looking at women in a different facet of life, because I talk to other women who really would nitpick out a beautiful woman, and actually that beautiful woman probably wasn't beautiful. That's why she's doing what she was doing, because she felt insecure because people was nitpicking at her, maybe because she really was beautiful. So you know, those are a little bit of thoughts that I wanted to throw out there. I think there's should be more positive, I guess just more of a positive way in life. It's always something like you did this but somebody else did it better, or you did this but that ain't too big. Like I like what I like, and for someone to be telling me that, you know, it ain't all that good, it's like, well, I don't care. But to consistently get picked with about it, it's like eventually it'll start to hypnotize you to a degree, where you keep hearing it over and over and over again, and you start singing it. You don't even know why you're singing it. Again, it's like the alphabet. You say A, B, C, D, E. And when you sing your ABCs, everybody starts singing it too. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's a peculiar way of doing things in life. But yeah, I think that's about it. Hopefully you guys like the video. My voice is raspy, and I'm sleepy. I'm gonna take me a couple hours of sleep after this. And you guys be steady, and you be blessed. The morning is tier 2B. I know y'all can't see me, but I wanted to try to get these thoughts off before I lose them, because I will lose them. Because I'm going through something where I can't retain information too long, or I forget. I'll be excited one second and then I'll be depressed the next. And it becomes to be bipolar, which is something that I've never experienced, but it's because there's so much negative around. It's like you're excited and you go outside and hurt yourself, and it's like game over. You're back to the negative shit again, because there's nobody out there that's on that positive stuff neither. And, you know, I think you have to isolate yourself from all of this shit. I actually get off social media for a while. I think I said that in the other video. I get off social media for a while so I can better myself and focus on what I like the most and get better. And you know, it's always good to have somebody that you'll corner to cheerlead you on, or support you, or align with you. But if you don't have that, then you're gonna have to live this damn thing alone, and until somebody sees you, and you have to pray for that one. You know, it's not the same anymore, where the idea of something gets everyone to be in cahoots. There's no more of the idea stuff. It's pretty much like you have to pre-make it before they fuck with you. But yeah, that's it. I think that's about it. I didn't talk to you 15 minutes long. This is Ken Price, and I'm out of here, man. Ken Price outro.